On our website, johnjayandrich.com. On the website, you get links to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. It's all up there, man. And I was all over Instagram yesterday.
Hey, we're on all over Twitter, too.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah, because I do it all on Instagram, and then I link it to everything else.
Oh, okay.
So, did you see part of my dilemma?
Yeah, I'm surprised to see that you're here.
Did you see part of it, Kyle?
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you what happened. And I got to tell you, this is all superstitious, man. This is all because of one thing. And you've heard the phrase, see a penny, pick it up, and all day long you have good luck?
Sure.
And did you know about whether you pick it up with heads or tails?
You got to pick it up with heads. If it's tails, then you just leave it laying on the ground because that's no good.
Well, listen to this. So I go see my diet doctor, right? Dr. Quasman. I'm all out of diet pills. I need my super diet pills. I need them. I'm weighing like 250 pounds, and I want to weigh a lot less. And even though I'm working out and eating right, and I'm gaining muscle and stuff, but still, I need that number on the scale to say something a lot less than what it does.
Do you really, let me just ask you something. I know you're going to yell at me, but do you really need any diet pills? I mean, you're eating right and you're exercising. Could they possibly doing nothing for you?
I'm hoping that they're suppressing my appetite, but I don't know if they are or not.
Okay.
So anyway, which I believe the diet pills are adding to my ED issue as well, along with the Propecia. Anyway, so I get to that, and I don't want to get, I'm the laziest person in the world. I don't want to get gas. I see the gas monitor is going down, and I park at the doctor's office, and it says I have 4 miles left before I run out of gas.
This is where you and I are different. That would send me into full panic mode. I would be at the gas station probably around 70 to 80 miles. I don't know how accurate those things are.
I park at the doctor's office with 4 miles to go. I go in the doctor's office, everything's great. I get my diet pills, get in the car, and I'm trying to find a gas station. Now it's going down to 3. It's going down to 2. I get down to 1 mile before my car is going to run out of gas, and I pull into a gas station. As I'm getting gas, I look down on the ground, and on the sidewalk of where I'm getting gas, there's a crack. And in the crack, there's a penny. And I look, and I'm like, see a penny? Is it heads up or is it head tail? And I'm looking, I'm like, I'm going to give that more of a heads up, even though it's in a grimy gas station, right? So I take the penny, I put it in my pocket. And I'm like, I should be having good luck today, according to the wives' tale or whatever. So I put the penny in my pocket, and plus I got to the gas station with enough gas to get gas. I fill up, I head out on the road. As I'm driving out on the road, I'm on the freeway, and the sensor goes off and says your left tire's low. Now, in the past, when my left tire sensor has been low, I'll call the car dealership, and they'll say, you're fine, bring it in tomorrow.
Right,
or
temperature changes,
it's probably whatever, it's probably a fuse or something. So I'm driving so with that in my brain, I'm thinking, I think I'm fine, left tire low. So I'm driving on the freeway, and all of a sudden, the car starts leaning to the left. I'm like, what the hell? And all of a sudden, there's poof. And then there's smoke coming out of my tire.
That's when you know when something's going on, right? You obviously know.
Of course.
The tire blew out and that sensor was
I have no tire, Rich. My tire's...
That's when you know.
That's when you know.
Well, you're so oblivious to everything else in your automobile. I'm trying to figure out when you figured out you were in trouble. To me, you get the sensor going off, you pull over and you take care of it.
No, well, I just told you.
You're driving hundreds of miles. Why would you mess with that?
Because the sensor's gone off many times before. For years, I've had the sensor go off. They're like, well, bring it in tomorrow. So anyway, I have a flat tire. I pull off to the side of the road, and then I'm not sure which clip you have here.
I have 2 clips.
Okay, but what are they called?
One says Johnjay stranded, and then the other one says Johnjay with, and I can't see what the rest of it says.
Oh, damn.
Johnjay with semi-trucks going by.
Okay, good. So that's right when my car got stranded. I was sitting there on the side of the freeway, and there's semis coming by, and I'm like, I feel like I was about a foot or 2 away from the semis coming by my car. And I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? You know?
It's on your driver's side, too?
Yeah, I had to pull over to the right. So these cars are passing me up. So check this out.
Check this out. You got a flat tire. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Look how scary this is. Comes another one.
You can see the whole video on my Instagram, Johnjay Van S. So, and that was just 2 semis, but they were coming 2 at a time, and it was like nonstop. And I'm sitting there going, and I called for the tow truck guy. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm like, what am I supposed, like, what's the law? Am I supposed to get out of my car? Because I felt like a semi was going to smash me from behind, and it was case closed. You know what I mean? Semi's texting somebody or doing all the things that I do when I drive, trying to peel an egg or tweet. I'm going to get nailed from behind. So
you don't want to change that tire either, especially if it's on the highway
I can't change
side.
a tire. A, I don't know how to change a tire. B, I don't know if I have a spare spare. When I called the 800 tow company, they were like, do you have a spare tire? And I was like, no, but I don't know if I have one or not. So anyway, I didn't know what to do, what the rule was, the safety rule, the law, whatever. So anyway, what do you think the rule is?
I would imagine you're supposed to stay in your car with the hazards on.
I kind of felt that. I put the hazard on. A couple minutes go by, cop pulls up behind me, walks around the passenger side, goes, what are you doing? I said, a flat tire. I'm waiting for the tow truck to come. He goes, well, get out of your car. I said, why? He goes, you're going to get smashed. He goes, get out of your car. So you're supposed to get out of your car. So I got out of my...
Where are you supposed to go? I would think it'd be more dangerous just walking around.
I was in the desert. I walked all the way down.
I thought it was illegal to like walk on the side of the freeway.
I wasn't on the road. I went into the down the path, which I'll play you the next clip. The next clip is I'm surrounded in the desert. Semis coming. I realized I had no water, nothing. The cop left, and I had no water. And I was like, oh my God, what if this tow truck guy never shows up? All right, stranded out here. My front tire blew. I drank all my water. Trying to survive on the freeway. Semis everywhere like wild animals. I'm just trying to survive. Help me!
That's what I saw last night. I'm like, what? How is it that the one day you don't have like 55 Quest bars loaded up in your car?
I know. And then another cop shows up, and he gets out and he walks over to me in the desert. And he's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, tow truck guy's coming." I go, "I just didn't know if I should be in my car." He goes, "Be in your car? You're get smashed." I said, I know now. But anyway, so the cop says, "Well, have a nice day." And he left. And I was like, wow, the police are so nice. So anyway.
I didn't know you were supposed to exit the vehicle and just hang out.
Well, if you think about it, you're going to get smashed. At least you're on the side of the road and you watch your car get smashed. So then the tow truck guy shows up. And this is what I tweeted about yesterday. Like, I think, man, everything happens for a reason. And I met this guy, Oscar. Was the nicest guy. Like, he just found Jesus with his family 2 years ago. He started up this tow truck company. He went out and bought this tow truck, and he's only been on his own for 7 months. And the name of the tow truck company is called Stay Up Towing. And it's called Stay Up Towing because it's stay up, like be positive. Don't be down. Like, he came from a bad place. He did some, now he's...
That's cool.
Yes, he's like, stay up. And him and his wife, and they got 3 kids, and he just lives in this tiny little Toltec town of nothing. And he was just trying to make it. And we had this, there was just something beautiful about his spirit on my drive to the car dealership. But first, he loaded up my car and on his tow truck. And then guess what? He locked himself out of his car. So
while you're standing there?
So then we were stranded outside with my car on his tow truck, not being able to get into his truck.
What's he do? He calls a locksmith to have him busted?
He's got to call a friend of his who has a tow truck. So as he's trying to set that up, he's on the phone. He's got to call my friend, and then he starts like jimmying the window. It's an old truck, and the window falls down.
Yeah.
So that he was able to open up the car. Thank God, like it's like a 2000, his truck. So he gets in the car, and we drive to the car dealership. And then when he drops off my car, we can't find my car key to unload my car, to move my car.
What time did you end up getting home?
Oh, reasonable time. Totally reasonable. Early enough to say goodnight to my kids. The moral of the story is even if the penny is in the crack, if the penny's in the crack, I think the head of the penny must be completely up 100%.
Well, we can agree on that, yes, but I don't think it's the penny that's the problem. I think it's you ignoring the warning signs that your vehicle was giving you, that there were issues. Just because in the past, because you drive 2 blocks in your bubble, clearly outside of the bubble now, you're probably 100 miles outside of the bubble.
I was 40 miles away from I was 50 miles away from my house when my tire blew.
At the very least, pull into some full-service gas station and say, "I'm sorry, I'm not a man. I don't know how to check the tire pressure in my tires. Will you check this for me and make sure that everything's okay?"
Yeah, I guess from now on, you should listen to the sensors. But in the past, and I've had a car like this for 10 years, whenever the sensor's gone off, they've said to me, "Relax, come in tomorrow, you'll be fine." You know what I mean? And this is the one time I didn't relax, and the tire blew. And I mean, I guess it was the front left tire, and I guess that's really dangerous. You could easily die with the front left tire on the freeway going 80 miles an hour.
I would think any of the tires.
I guess the front one, because that's the one where you're steering. And so you pop it and you go into the other lane and your history.
Yeah.
But those semis, damn it, people, slow down.
It's a highway. They're going fast. They're getting somewhere.
Crazy. So you can see the videos, and then and then I got home and I had to put my laser cap on to grow my hair out. And everybody was already in bed. I missed dinner, so I was all by myself, my laser cap, eating dinner. I made it home safely. See what happens when you're out on the road all day. Get home, I got to put my laser cap on to grow my hair. Eating dinner all by myself. Life on the road. I'm a cow. And I Instagram that too. So go to Instagram. You can see all these videos and see the danger that I went through to be here today to talk to you.
Wandered through the desert, you did.